What is going on YouTube? Hit it back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to US dollar. As you guys remember, in yesterday's video, we discussed the factors that we are going to be seeing an explosive movement of volume coming to the market. We were figuring out whether or not it would be a correction to the downside or a bullish move to the upside. As you guys know, if you've checked the markets or have been hanging out within crypto, maybe I'll break the news to you. Guys, the markets are back and they're stronger than ever. You guys can see that 20, 15, 26, 38%, 22%. You know, markets are booming right now. We're starting to see crypto break bullish. This was absolutely an amazing sign. A lot of signs that led to the movement to the upside. You guys can clearly see Bitcoin. We had sideways consolidation, sideways movement. We were oversold. You can see that we're starting to see a potential bullish cross on the MACD. Looks like we're starting to come back. The great thing is we're starting to see today's candle look to be breaking above the $6,100 resistance that we both had discussed in yesterday's episode as a means of resistance. And if we broke this, we'd be buying long, anticipating movement all the way up to $8,000. So that's pretty much what we're going to discuss in today's video. We're going to look at these cryptocurrencies, decide whether or not it is a great opportunity to get involved, buying in or shorting the market. Otherwise, if you guys aren't new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up. We're doing a giveaway probably at 15,000 subscribers. Why not? And make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoTheOfficial. Definitely check that out. Interact with me, get in touch with me, talk about cryptocurrency, what's been going on within the US or wherever you are. As you guys know, the virus and crazy stuff like that. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So as you guys can see, the past couple of videos, we've been discussing the possibilities of seeing another major bullish breakout or another major bearish breakout. You can clearly see that we've discussed that we have, potentially bottomed out, that we have been consolidating, that we could be seeing another reversal to the downside, or if we're going to see a bullish break. We discussed that we are preparing, as I said in yesterday's video, for another potential big, massive surge. And as you guys can see, I said literally in yesterday's video, just a couple of hours ago, it will happen at any moment. And as you guys can clearly tell, if we check out the current coin market cap, that has happened. I'm super excited. You guys can see the Bitcoin price is up 20%, Ethereum price is up 20%. You guys can see Litecoin is up 20%. All the big cryptos that we've invested in are booming, and that is awesome. So I want to talk about positions, margins, movements, things like that. Yesterday's video, we discussed that we did have a bottom support at $5,000 and a top resistance at $5,400. We discussed that we would potentially be buying long if we closed a candle above a conservative approach at $6,000 and a conservative short at around $4,500. If the market was to pull all the way back down and close a candle below this previous wick right here, there was a good chance we'd short the crap out of it as it fell even lower. On the other hand, and on the other extreme, we discussed if we were to break bullish, break above the $6,100 resistance, there was a very high chance we would gain that volume needed and shoot all the way up to the $8,000 resistance, retesting the high-low moving averages, as well as the previous white resistance on the coin right here. You can see with massive volume, we are starting to break bullish. This is obviously a great sign. But what we have to discuss is we've seen wicks like this in the past. We've had clear uncertainty in the past, and this could clearly be another pump fake, and this could be another one. So here's my discussion. We have approximately 5 hours left in today's candle. Seems like we start a new candle at 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock today. So at 8 p.m. we will be rechecking on our positions. If we can close this candle above the resistance and continue to break up, we will be buying long very soon. For those of you that have me on Patreon or don't already have me on Patreon, I will be updating the Patreon very soon with my new trades, because if this breaks bullish, there will be a huge play and a huge leverage trade all the way up to 36%. This would definitely be a great opportunity to cash in on whatever potential losses you had from this previous movement. So definitely make sure to check out my Patreon. The link is in the description. That is a great way to get all my trades and predictions, as well as what specifically I am doing on the market and making money. Now, so the fact is, we do have to, consider that this is promising. This is extremely promising. We are breaking bullish. We have a bullish cross potentially happening on the MACD. We broke out of the oversold market. We have plenty of room to head up higher. Volume is slowly trickling back. The sideways trend is finally breaking with extreme volume. It could be anything similar to what we had in the past. We could easily be skyrocketing all the way up. So with that being said, we should consider to potentially set a buy-in limit order around the $6,400 to $6,500 $500 range. I'm not going to tell you specifically the price. I will, let that be known on my Patreon. Specifically looking at Litecoin, the same exact, movement applies. You can see that we are starting to see a resistance, and that's why I'm not saying buy into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency just yet. Wait out a couple of seconds, because you can clearly see when you look at Litecoin now, with this sideways trading that we're having right here, we are once again retesting a clear resistance where this wick is. You can see we are consolidating lower. We need to see if we can close a candle above the $39 resistance and break up higher, heading into the $40 region. We have, again, 5.5 hours left on today's candle. We can break above here and close a candle above there. There's a very high chance we could set a limit order anticipating volume to shoot us up to $57. We'll see how relevant this is with the current market within stocks and the economy. I'd like to see how, if Bitcoin decides to break bullish and cryptocurrency breaks bullish, will the stocks, swing up too? I do believe that the stock market is up today. Not really by much. It is a slight increase. We have about a 1.5% jump. NASDAQ is 3.25%, but you guys can see clearly that Bitcoin is up 20% all in all. And that is absolutely amazing to see that we're pretty much blasting. I know a ton of people bought in closer to $5,000, $5,500. It was definitely a higher risk. I like to do more conservative trading, more short-term movements with less risk involved, and I consider my stocks to be a more long-term trend. That's where I like to put my money after I make my short-term plays in crypto. I seem to have a better understanding of cryptocurrency. So if we can close a candle above, I would, honestly say $42 resistance. If we could break above $42, conservatively speaking, we should be able to blast up, retest $50 to $57 very quickly, considering the volume we've had in the past. So that's ultimately what I'm expecting. We look fairly promising, guys. We really do look fairly promising, and we could be shooting up. Now, quite concerning, we do have that bearish cross in the MACD on the Ethereum chart, but you guys can clearly see we seem to be breaking resistances right here. I'm going to move this up ever so slightly. You can see that we have had wicks in the past and candles in the past where we retested this resistance but didn't have the volume needed to break through here. So that's why I'm just leaving this on here for right now. We really need to see whether or not we can break through this. This is a critical retest right now. If we can close a candle above these resistances, then ultimately I'm all for Bitcoin exploding up in its price level. You can clearly see the resistances Bitcoin is facing right now, and the challenges it's facing if it decides to load in. Clearly, it does not want to load, so we'll just discuss what we have, currently loaded in. This Wi-Fi is terrible, but you can clearly see that we are facing a bit of trouble right now. But if we can build up the support that we need and break and close today's candle above here, then I'm fairly certain we're going to swing back up to the upside very quickly. Lastly, to look at, I believe it will be, we'll wrap things up with Ethereum real quick and then look at XRP. Ethereum does have that same possibility and potential to shoot up, clearly moving up. I would say honestly about 33%. We are fairly high right now. I don't understand why it says we're up about 30. Oh no, this is about a 20% jump. That is actually true. From shooting up from 111 to 137 that it's currently at is about a 20% gain. This is just a little concerning to see that bearish cross, but I do believe that if we can regain support and break through this, we will be shooting up. So that's why I like to use all these cryptocurrencies to base judgment on my trade. For Bitcoin, if everything does, decide to go smoothly, we will be setting a buy long for this coin. You can see where there's other resistances too. We could even cap a resistance at around this price level right here. A lot of people could even assume that $6,800 could be the next resistance. Obviously, I'll clarify everything. My official trade will be on my Patreon account, but obviously we will be using DueDEX to leverage trade this out. All my trades on Patreon are using DueDEX. It is a great website where we can buy long and sell short. So it's definitely recommended that you sign up for here as well, which is in the description, so you guys can pretty much make some very profitable trades very, very, very quickly. And there's really not a better website to short cryptocurrency. Now, for those of you interested in XRP, because as you guys always comment that I title my videos XRP, but I only talk about it at the end, that is only because it's in reference. Sure, we could talk about XRP first and then discuss the other cryptocurrencies. It really does not matter to me. If you watch all my videos to the end, it wouldn't really matter that much. But because you guys are very nitpicky and I only have your attention for about 30 seconds, we're going to discuss XRP today. right now, and then maybe we'll discuss it in the beginning of the video tomorrow. Specifically, I'm seeing a bounce off of XRP's bottom. You know, we thought that maybe we would be breaking and bouncing off of this support right here. It looks like we're, you know, actually testing this and holding support. And if things do go correctly, we have these wicks of uncertainty that are pulling us back above support. There's a chance we could be breaking bullish. We could swing bottom off of the support right here, bounce off of it, and head right back up to 33 cents. But these markets are definitely getting ready and amping up for bigger movements. And I would just hold off, you know, for the next couple of hours, and let's just watch conservatively how these things trade. Don't be too antsy, ready to buy in. There's always opportunities available. There will always be opportunities to present itself. We know that we've been trading sideways for quite some time now. We're watching this coin, getting ready for the opportunity to throw in when we're guaranteed that we're going to, you know, basically fill the gap in between this area right here. Otherwise, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, help that YouTube algorithm, and follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.